and he's still under 30. He's got 6 years as a starter, the most impressive and accomplished 6 years for a starting quarterback in league history. He's just getting started. He's just on the front end of his prime. Bad news for everybody else. Bad news for the Ravens. Mahomes is 3-1 against them. Here he is from earlier in the week talking about the evolution that he has seen in the defense from Baltimore that he'll face on Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, the common theme is just physicality and speed. I mean, that's who the Ravens are. They're a team that's going to play hard. They're going to play physical, and you have to accept that challenge. If you don't, they're going to dominate the football game. And so, even though they've traded through defensive coordinators, they have those same principles. I think that's more of the team, the culture that they have, and I'm sure there'll be wrinkles that we'll have to adjust out there. But I mean, they have a great football team, a great defense, and it'll be a great challenge for us. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to get pushed around. I think that's the biggest thing. Whenever you play teams like this, you want to make sure you match their physicality. And so we're fast, and we got guys that run around, but we pride ourselves in being physical as well. So it's going to be a great challenge, man. We're playing best of the best football team week one. I mean, you can't ask for anything better to go out there and see where you're at and how training camp and the offseason's paid off.
One thing that benefits the Kansas City Chiefs, continuity of the coaching staff, all coordinators are back. In Baltimore, Mike McDonald became the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, so new defensive coordinator there, which is going to require a little bit of an adjustment and maybe that defense. And we've seen that with the Ravens, too, under John Harbaugh. When you go into the season, it's like, the defense is okay. And then as the season unfolds, it's like, the defense is pretty good. And then by the end of the year, it's like, man, that's a damn good defense. And it's part of the process you talk about, but that's one thing that I always harp on. Teams are going to get better or they're going to get worse as the season unfolds. The team that we see in January is going to be far, far different from the team that we see in September. And traditionally, the Ravens have kind of found their footing defensively and improved on the fly.
I agree. And that goes back to what you first said. It's all about getting better. It's all about understanding, hey, if we come out hot and we play at this level and then we tail off, that's no good. And I think what Mahomes said is so true there. It's weird to see in this day and age in the NFL because of free agency and how freely guys move from team to team, and coaches, when you have success, they leave, they go other places. But like the Ravens, it always feels like when you talk about a Ravens defense, Mahomes said it. It's the same thing we used to say in New England. Like, we would play a game where, like, they're going to try to bully you. We can't get pushed around. And, like, that team, no matter the differences and the shift in it, they have a culture where when you play them, it's this feeling of they're going to try to little brother you. They're going to push you around. There's going to be the little extra stuff. They're going to be more physical than you. And you have to match that, and you have to exceed that. And I think that has been a difference for Kansas City, is having a guy like Pacheco changes the way you play against the Kansas City Chiefs. You used to kind of talk about it as, hey, this is a team that they kind of want to play 7-on-7. They run their routes. They want to be open. They don't want to get jammed. They want to do different things and make it a game where it's a lot of space and they get it to their fast players. That's one side of it, and they still can do that. But when they hand the ball off to Pacheco, if you didn't bring your hard hat and you're not ready to tackle and play physical football, he will run over you. He will run through you. That's the type of player he is. He's from New Jersey. He went to Rutgers. That's what they develop at Rutgers. Hard-nosed football players like Pacheco. And I think that created the dynamic that Mahomes spoke about of, we need to be physical. We know we can do those other things, but this is a game that we want when we play against the Ravens, the rest of the league to look and say, this is a physical football team who can beat us different ways. And I think that's something that even when you win, they still try to go out there and prove, because you want to set that tone when you play against teams.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.